Welcome to this explainer. All right, let's just dive right into this. If you scroll through social media today, you're hit with one incredibly loud message: find and follow your passion. We're constantly told it's the ultimate secret to a happy life, right? But today, we're exploring a pretty radical counter idea. What if this relentless push to live passionately is actually the very root cause of your exhaustion and burnout?
Because there's a massive gap between what we're sold and what we actually experience. The modern promise basically tells us that balancing from one new hobby or relationship or career path to the next with just unbridled zeal is the magic pill for happiness. But man, the harsh reality? Chasing passion is exhausting. The high of a new pursuit always fades, and it leaves us empty, burnt out, and desperately searching for that next hit.
So let me just ask you right now, and be honest. How many times have you thrown yourself completely into a new passion? Maybe it was a highly restrictive diet, or actually scratch that. Maybe it was a brand new business idea or some intense workout routine, only to completely abandon it 3 weeks later when things got difficult. Are we actually building joyful, sustainable lives? Or are we just kind of addicted to the rush of starting something new?
Well, that brings us to Section 1, the Stoic reality check.
See, 2,000 years ago, the great Roman philosopher Seneca pushed back against the so-called experts of his day. He asked this incredibly simple yet piercing question: how can wavering and unstable persons ever possess a good that is fixed and lasting? He recognized that when we live purely by passion, we forfeit our control. We essentially hand the steering wheel over to temporary emotions.
I mean, think about it. Trying to build lasting joy purely out of fleeting passion, it's literally like trying to build a permanent brick home on top of a speeding roller coaster. Sure, you might have a totally thrilling ride for the first couple of loops, but eventually that foundation is going to crack and you're just going to get severe motion sickness. It's fundamentally unstable ground.
And Seneca used this absolutely fantastic analogy here. He noted that most people don't consciously proceed through life. They're merely swept along, kind of like objects afloat in a river. Some are held back by sluggish waters, others are torn apart by violent currents, some get stranded on the bank, while others are carried way out to sea. When you rely on fleeting passions, you're surrendering your joy to these unpredictable, violent currents.
So, let's move on to Section 2, the Stoic solution: purpose over passion.
In his brilliant letter on the true joy which comes from philosophy, Seneca provides this exact blueprint. Joy comes first from cultivating a good conscience, from pursuing honorable purposes and committing to right actions. And really notice that fourth step: having contempt for the random gifts of chance. This means deliberately detaching your happiness from the unpredictable roller coaster of luck or external validation, and instead adopting an even, calm way of living on one path. So here's the absolute crucial point. We have to escape that turbulent river by doing one simple but honestly profoundly difficult thing: deciding what we wish and abiding by it. Unshakable joy is rooted in purpose. It's found by dedicating yourself to something bigger than yourself and anchoring your mind in perspective, gratitude, and wisdom. You have to be an anchor, not a sail just catching every random gust of wind.
Now, I know, dedicating yourself to a Stoic purpose might not sound quite as glamorous or exciting as the flashy lifestyle constantly sold to you on Instagram or TikTok. Purpose is slower. It is quieter. But a life built on purpose is infinitely more durable and deeply meaningful. It simply won't burn you out because it's built on a solid foundation, not just a fleeting feeling.
Finding this kind of deep, abiding joy definitely takes hard work and intense self-reflection. But the incredible news here is that you don't need to chase it across the world or buy it from some internet guru. It's already inside you. So trade the exhausting pursuit of passion for the unshakable power of purpose. What guiding purpose are you choosing to abide by today? Find your anchor and stop letting the river drag you under.